Hello, and welcome to day 5 in the series on getting more yes on the inside so that you experience and hear and feel more yes on the outside. So I've been sharing some tools here, day 1 through 4, and what I'd like to do is finish up the series by talking a little bit about resistance. So for those of you who are not familiar with the term resistance, it's usually used in relationship to making changes and experiencing something that pulls you back or slows you down. And I'm sure you can think of a time when you were very excited about a new change, you heard something or were given a new technique, and then slowly but surely you kind of slid back into what you were doing before. That's resistance. Resistance will pull you back, almost like a rubber band will pull you back. I hear this a lot from people who take my classes, that they experience a great deal of resistance because they're moving forward to making some really big shifts. And I have really good tools built into the Getting to Yes Now class for those resistances, I want to assure you all. And here, even in this mini series, I want to give you a quick tool. This is a really quick tool, and it's a great tool. It works fabulously. Why? Because it works on the brain. It works on our neurological centers, really. There's no way it cannot work. So if you're using some of these techniques and tips, if you're using something else that you're using to change, if you're going through some changes, deliberate changes, and you're excited about those, and you experience something that we call resistance, if you experience this feeling of being pulled back or slowed down, a little bit of difficulty, it may come in an emotional sense, it may come in the sense of things showing up that you didn't expect or you don't want. One way to handle this when the thoughts about that get going, those thoughts, those judgmental thoughts, those I should have, I wish I had, what's wrong, those kinds of crazy thinking, right? Because that kind of thinking doesn't help anything. Here's a quick tip to deal with that resistance. You just take a moment, take a breath, and you look up. You just look up. You notice how mostly our eyes kind of stay in the same place. And the reason our eyes stay in the same place is because our brain's pretty much in the same place, right? But when we make changes, our brain's trying to change. And when we just take a moment and just look up, we're accessing a different part of our brain. And it's almost like a record when you take, I know, records from long ago, when you take the needle off a record and you lift it, then you can either put in a new record entirely, or you can put it in a new place on the record. It's almost like, what's a good analogy? A hard drive. It's like defragging the hard drive. That's what it's like. It's like defragging the hard drive, really cleaning it up. So try that this week. When you get some resistance showing up, when you get some difficulty or something that you don't like, that doesn't feel good, that feels like it's trying to pull you back or slow you down, just try that. Take a moment and just look up towards the ceiling. You shouldn't feel any strain or pain. And just notice if that doesn't create some space, and then when you come back, see if you can't have some new thoughts or the thoughts that you most want to have then. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I invite you to come check out gettingtoyesnow.com. We've got the class coming up that starts next week. Okay, everybody, thank you. Have a great weekend. Take care.